Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. Hi, Amar Junior the GOAT. You came in a little bit early before we went live. So guys, we are going to be here for the plan is 30 minutes. It could be more, it could be less. Depends how excited I get. Depends if I get called away to go and do some work, go and buy some dinner. So we're here to do a question and answer session on Koulibaly and Lionel Messi. So get those questions in, guys. Obviously, I think the moment. Hi, Crystalline, hope you're all, buddy. Messi obviously is going to be the biggest transfer of the summer. It's going to be the biggest transfer almost ever. Is it bigger than Neymar? Yeah. You know, Neymar might have gone for more money. Messi's different gravy, guys. Different gravy. Hi, Michelle. Hope you're well. Hope you're very well indeed. Messi is different gravy. He's a totally different level of transfer to Neymar. He's a totally different level of transfer, in my opinion, to Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he's a better player. Hi, El Magnifico. So Messi is going to be the biggest transfer ever. Okay, let's forget about anybody else. It's Messi's your man. Koulibaly. If it wasn't for Messi, maybe Koulibaly would have been the biggest transfer story of the summer, even more than Victor Osimhen. He went for 55 million euros. I mean, Koulibaly might be going for 70 million euros. Would that have been the biggest transfer this summer? So far, I can't easily think of anybody else. Obviously, it's a tough time money-wise around the world. So you won't. I don't think you're going to get the same level of extravagant spending that we've had in recent seasons. You know, when Barcelona are going around spending 125 million quid or 125 million euros on Philippe Coutinho, when they're going out buying Ousmane Dembele. Was it Ousmane or the other Dembele from Dortmund? Hi Adrian, hope you're well. When they're going out buying Griezmann last season for an absolute shed load of money, when PSG were buying Neymar for 220 million euros, when they're buying Mbappe, was it 180 million euros? Absolute crazy transfers, guys. I don't think we're going to see the likes of that this season. You might see a Messi deal, 100 million, 75 million, nothing. We just don't know yet. Just waiting to, get some more information on that. Obviously, I'm sure most of you are well aware that Jorge Messi was in Barcelona today, flew out overnight to talk to Bartomeu. Can't even say his name. I hate the guy. I think most Barcelona fans hate their president as well. So we don't know, what's going on there. Did they have much of a chat today? Is it going to be tomorrow? We'll just wait and see, guys. Fire your questions in. Glad to see you well, Chris. Michelle, any new updates from the Jorge Messi and Bartomeu meeting? No, I haven't got anything to add, guys. And I spend all day either editing videos, putting videos out on Twitter, commenting on stuff, talking a lot of financial stuff on Twitter, put out lots of threads so people can I want people to be better educated. There's no point going into a fight without any weapons. And people are talking about finances. They've got no idea how financial fair play works. So I've tried to educate them just a little bit. And I've been trying to keep on top of what's going on with the meeting, the supposed meeting between Jorge Messi and Bartomeu. Saw that video earlier this morning. I did put out a picture. Not many people saw it, of the City Fan TV microphone with a badge on it, but didn't get any support. I was really disappointed for someone. The Man City Oracle made that for me. Put that picture there with the badge on and with the logo. I thought somebody would at least respond to it. But anyway, got a few likes. That's it. But I've been busy all day. Trying to keep on top of what's going down. I said, look, Guillaume Balaguer said, I mean, this is kind of keeping your options open, not trying to be in the know when you're possibly not. He said on Monday, he said the meeting will be on Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. Well, I could have said the same, it doesn't mean I know anything. So we'll just wait and see. I hope Barcelona see sense, because to try and hold this for this money, it's not happening. Messi's not going to play for you guys. You know, he'd rather sit at home doing nothing than play for Barcelona this season. That's what the feeling is. Let's look at some of your questions. Brian, how you doing, buddy? It would be great if we get both. We need them after last season, and Pep would extend his contract. He must have talked with Messi about that. Yeah. If you want to listen to the Bolt from the Blue podcast, that's we put out, that's out on SoundCloud and lots of other platforms as a podcast, and I put it on this channel as well about an hour ago or even less. That talks about Pep's what we think is happening with Pep's contract. We talk about New York City FC. We talk about staying here. Basically, we talk about maybe staying here for 3 years. If the rumors are true that Messi's coming for 3 years to Man City, 2 years to New York, we've said, why can't Pep do the same? There's not many challenges left for him in Europe, really. Does he want to go to France and manage PSG? I'm not so sure. He can't go back to Germany. There's Italy, and that's it. He's not going to go to Portugal. You know, for me, New York City. Because if you remember, when he had that sabbatical after Barcelona, where did he go? New York. He spent time there. So it just seems the right thing to do, that he goes from, they both go City for the next 3 years and then to New York for 2 years. And then maybe Pep becomes the Spain manager in his late 50s. It just sounds right. No problem, Michelle. That's what I'm here for. Alex King, is there a reason why we can't finance a deal with one of our City clubs and loan him back to City for 2 years? Loan who back, Alex? Messi. Look, if you do an artificial deal, first of all, you've got problems in the country that you're doing the dealing, because they're under FFP. So we can't do it, for instance, with Lomo Leske, because they're in Belgium. Okay, they're in the second division. They're not going to get into Europe, so you could get around it that way. But it's an artificial transaction, and they just would not let that pass. FIFA wouldn't let it go. UEFA wouldn't let it go. And we'd get done for it. So it's a nice idea, but it won't work. Abhishek, not be negative here, but I genuinely think that we can't afford Messi. Abhishek, we can afford him. Okay? I've got to say, Abhishek, if you've not seen the videos we've been doing on finance, there's one out today, there's one out last week with Colin Savage talking about how we can afford this. The tweets I put out today showed you, I'll be very brief. Ake, Koulibaly, and Torres. Okay, that's about 100. If we get them all, if we get Koulibaly for 60 million, let's say 60 million quid, that's 120 million pounds. Okay, that doesn't get accounted for all in this season because it's an asset. It's depreciated or written off, or in accounting speak, amortized. You'll hear that a lot over the length of the contract. So we put them all on 5-year contracts. That's costing us 24 million pounds a year. It's not costing us 120 to get. It's costing us 24 million pounds a year. Okay. Here's the thing. In our accounts, Leroy Sané, he's gone. He was being amortized at about 7 million a year. Bravo's gone. He was amortized, I think, at about 5 or 6 million a year. And David Silva, because he was at the end of a contract, and I won't go into the details, but he was down to about 2 million a year. I'm pretty sure we've got about 15 million to take off that 24. So our net, difference to our accounts is about 9 or 10 million euros or 9 or 10 million quid. Guys, that's night. 9 or 10 million quid is nothing. The wages, let's say David Silva was on 200 grand a week and Koulibaly's on 200 grand a week, equals itself out. I think Bravo would have been on around 100 grand a week. Okay, let's say Nathan Ake's on 100 grand a week. And whatever Sane was on 80, 100 grand a week, let's say Torres is on that. So the wages cancel themselves out. So those three guys come in, okay, make a difference in our accounts of 10 million quid. We're already 10 million in the profit. So we'd be around break even. So Messi is a standalone case. Messi is a standalone case. Now, obviously, it depends what we can get him for. If we bought him if it comes out at 100 million quid as his contract, okay, that's the transfer fee. If it works out like that, we will amortize it over 5 years. 20 million a year will hit our accounts. Then is his wages. And I'm sure a lot of his wages and his transfer fee will be covered by our sponsors. When we go to Puma and ask them for a bit more money, they'll pay. Some of these contracts, I'm pretty sure, will have clauses in them to, if we get a category A player like Mbappe, like Neymar, like Cristiano Ronaldo, like Lionel Messi, then automatically our sponsors will pay more. And can you imagine a sponsor who's paying 10 million quid? It's been told, well, do you want to have Lionel Messi doing adverts for you, be associated with your brand all over the world? You better believe they will. And it's going to cost you 3 or 4 million quid. Nissan, who are paying about 10 million quid. Nexon Tires paying 10 million quid. Pretty sure. So I've got a fly in the mouth. I'm pretty sure that they'd be extremely happy to pay an extra 2, 3, 5 million pounds to get Messi as a brand ambassador for them. And we would use him with a lot of our sponsors. We've got 44, 45 sponsors. I think we've got 30 global sponsors and either 14 or 15 regional sponsors, because we got a new sponsor last week, a regional sponsor. So we've got, I think, 44, 45 sponsors. You get, and the big ones like Puma will say, well, look, we will, for argument's sake, they'll look at it and say, we might sell an extra 500,000 shirts. Puma get most of that money. Let's say they're getting 20 quid profit per shirt for Puma, because there's obviously expenses all over the shop. That's so if you got 500,000 times 20, that's 10 million quid. 10 million quid to Puma. Right? They might sell 1 million shirts and make 20 quid a pop. That's 20 million quid. So if we said to them, give us 20 million quid, I don't think that's a big deal. Going back a few years, if you listen to the podcast, Colin Savage said when City were looking to do a deal for Messi in the past, we already had, when Nike were our shirt sponsor, we had Nike and we had Nike and Etihad ready to contribute. Nike were ready to double their sponsorship. I'm just going to check this message, guys. So it's the money will sort itself out. And guys, honestly, you don't need to worry about it. Do you think our finance people won't have sorted it out? Don't you think they're already looking at it? Yeah, I don't think it's an issue. It's not something that ordinary fans should be concerned about. Why should we be worried about how it's going to be financed? Have we got the money? If the club said they've got the money, then the club have got the money. And guys, watch some of the videos we put out. Read some of my tweets. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I put some tweets. All right, it was very early this morning. I woke up about 4 o'clock this morning and I banged out a series of tweets. Okay, I'm just going to put my Twitter handle. My Twitter handle, guys. Okay. Now you'll see that I'll put it on the screen when it comes down. So I put up these series of tweets to explain how we can afford it. And it's not that expensive, guys. It isn't really. Anyway, let's go on to Andrew, because suddenly I'm 7 minutes behind. Let's go back to Andrew. Odds have fallen on him coming to us. I don't worry about bookies. Bookies just after your money. You don't see many poor bookies, Andrew. And there's a lot of false things going on where suddenly the prices will drop and someone becomes a favourite. And then that person's, a couple of days later, not in the run, and it's somebody else, and people do their money. It's not 100% reliable. You never see a poor bucket? Absolutely, mate. El Magnifico, I just want this year to go through. Can't wait to see those special free kicks going in the season. I said this many times. If Messi, remember that game against Lyon? KDB had 4 free kicks that he hit straight, pretty much at the keeper. The keeper had to die for one, but the others weren't too difficult. I said, how many of them would Messi have scored? 1, 2, straight away for me. And that's the difference. I don't care how old you are. If you've got that level of skill on your free kicks, you're not going to lose it because you're 33 instead of 25. Abdullah Abunayan. Sorry, I'll say that again. Abdullah, I can say that. Abunayan. Did you see the video of Bartomeu's car waiting outside Jorge Messi's back? And I saw. Was that the yellow car? I've seen a lot of stuff going on, guys. Half the stuff you don't know if it's pretty much true or not. Nicholas San, how you doing, buddy? What time will Messi's father be? I don't know. This kind of information I'm not privy to. I can give you general information. I can talk you through some of the finances behind this and some of what journalists have been saying to me, but and people who've got some links with City. But I can't tell you stuff like that. You've got to be one of 2 or 3 parties to know that. Either Messi's father or the Barca board. It's not something, they're not going to ring me up and tell me, guys. I'm afraid I can't help you there. Blue Chan, we don't need to worry about the finances. City have got everything under control. Absolutely, Andrew. The amortization explained well. Added to that, the Bravo sign, it's silver wages, 400k there. But the Messi wages needs to be around our top. Look, what we suspect is Messi's going to be on about 400 grand a week. Okay. and the rest of these wages will be made up in maybe bonuses, maybe made up with commercial deals or something else. But his basic wage will be similar to our top earners. And I think people, they might know what each other's earning in terms of salary, but they don't know what they're getting in terms of image rights, or in terms of bonuses. And I think that's going to be kept more secret. So they might know Messi's on 400 grand a week, and if he was on 500 grand a week, I don't think Kevin De Bruyne would complain. He's on 350 a week. I don't think they'd complain. Hi, Daz. Tim Vickery was on TalkSport before on Hawksby and Jacobs, raving about the new Messi called Dario Sarmiento from Ustiendes. City agreed to 7 million. Keep an eye on him. Thing is, Daz, I'll tell you a story about Tim Vickery. A few years ago, he talked about two South American young footballers. One was a young Brazilian called Gabriel Jesus. One was, I think it was Colombian called, was it Marlos Moreno. Tim Vickery said he thought Marlos Moreno was probably the better of the two. Both came to Europe. Gabby came to City. He's not done too bad at City. Could do better, but he's not done too bad. Marlos Moreno bummed around in Spain. I think he went to Girona. He struggled. He's been he ended up in Mexico. I think he's been all over the shop. Marlos Moreno hasn't made it. And Tim Vickery, even anybody can get it wrong. And I had high hopes for Marlos Moreno because I heard that interview with Tim Vickery. Anyway, it's what happens. Godzilla Gaming, we need Haaland. The thing is, I don't think City will deal with his agent. So I don't think we can do anything about that. We need a left back because after lefting we can't score goals from. Well, it depends who you get. I mean, I will hopefully I'll have a video out tomorrow on attackers that City should be looking at. Okay, strikers. So that will be quite interesting, guys. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I think that's me on Twitter, guys. Check me out. It'll be the same picture on Twitter, same bald head. Follow me on Twitter, and you'll see my explanations. It was early this morning. I put a lot of tweets out today, but it was about between 4 and 5 o'clock this morning. I put a long thread of tweets out about financing and how this is not so expensive. It might look expensive if you don't know how finances work, how accounts work, okay? But it's not so bad at all. No, forget about the wages, Aki Torres and KK, because their wages are covered by David Silva, who's left, who was on 200 grand a week. That's covered by Bravo, who left, who was on big wage, 90 or 100 grand a week. And it's covered by Sane leaving. Those three guys leaving, actually, I think, pretty much cover the wages for Khalid Koulibaly. They cover the wages for Nathan Ake, and they cover the wages for Ferran Torres. That's not an issue. That's not to worry about. And also, we'll be selling a lot of kids as well. And if we sell, for instance, if we sell Tosin Adarabioyo, okay, I think he's on 25 grand a week. So if we sell him, we get rid of his wages. If we sell Eric Garcia, who I would suspect is on at least 15 or 20 grand a week, we save his wages. And you might not say that's much, but those two kids together might be 2 million quid, 2.5 million quid's worth of wages. So it all does start to add up. And there'll be other kids that we let go as well. Hi there, Amar Junior, the GOAT. You were the first on tonight, buddy. Afterling skills. Why is Pep not going for Thiago? I think Man City need to play like Thiago. Well, I think now the feeling is we might not get another midfielder. Obviously, we've got Ford, and I still would like Benassa or Usmawa. But you can argue who we've got in an attacking midfield role. We've got KDB, Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, Phil Foden. There's 4. And if you get Messi as well, he might spend some time there. He might spend some time on the right. There's probably somebody else who missed stuff. You've got Zinchenko, who probably won't get a game. But there's still a lot of other players, guys. So I don't think we're worried about midfield. Burton Road Forever 1977. Why after Messi has arrived from Argentina, it feels like Messi is going to stay at Barcelona? Look, it's right to be pessimistic at times. You know, you do worry that it might not happen. You know, maybe they'll offer him a king's ransom and he'll stay. But offering him a king's ransom, what does Messi want? If it's purely about money, then that's a shame on Messi. If it's purely about money, if it's about winning trophies, challenging for the league titles and challenging for the Champions League, staying at Barcelona isn't what's going to do it for Messi. Bayern Munich don't want him. He doesn't fit in their age profile. You know, they've got obviously the best team in Europe. So they don't want him, someone like that. Liverpool can't afford him. Juventus, I mean, they got, well, right, we got humbled by Lyon as well, but Juventus got humbled by Lyon in the earlier round. So I just think City just feels the right place for him to go. Mr. Roller, why do fans concern themselves with finances? The club has teams of lawyers and accountants. So that absolutely. I mean, I can say myself because, hey, I'm a qualified accountant, chartered tax advisor. So, the numbers do interest me up to a point. I don't go head, I don't go head first into them, but I'm still interested in what happens. Messi's father is Messi's agent. Okay. Haj, I want Messi at City, but I can't see him joining 3 out of 10. Wow. That's very low, Haj. Just, Am you just entered? Good. Funny vids. What's the percentage you think Messi? Well, last night when we did the podcast, Mike, he said 9 out of 10. Colin, finance expert, he said 9 out of 10. And I said 9 out of 10. It just feels like there's nothing else. Look, the only way this doesn't happen is if Messi changes his mind. That's the only way. And the way what he's done, I just can't. It'd be amazing if he changed his mind now. Hi, Nicholas. What do you think might be the outcome of the meeting later? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, Nicholas. I don't think we're going to be told anything for a day or two anyway. We'll have to wait and see. Has Gaming YT, what will happen to La Liga if Messi joins City? La Liga's struggling, guys, okay? I talked to a journalist recently, and they said a lot of the clubs, I think 80% of the TV money goes to 5 clubs in Spain. I hazard a guess that'll be Atletico, Real, Barca, maybe Valencia, and maybe Sevilla. I don't know. But apparently 5 clubs get 80% of the money. You've lost in the last few seasons Neymar, big draw. Okay, you've lost Cristiano Ronaldo 2 years ago, big draw. And if you lose Messi as well, who's your biggest draw? Eden Hazard. Okay, and there's no big draws. Griezmann can't even get in the Barcelona side for the big game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So what is going to happen is they're going to struggle, and their deal comes up next year. Their TV deal is being renegotiated next summer. That's why they don't want to lose Messi. Lose Messi, where's the interest? The interest is going to, the biggest TV deal, the biggest interest, most interest is in the Premier League. If Messi comes, that's going to go even higher. And the La Liga is going to drop. We've got the COVID situation. People have got less money. Companies have got less money, and you've got less attractive players. It's a triple whammy for La Liga. Hey, Harry, hope you're well. After Linskas, Rodri, Thiago, KDB selling Messi. Oh, we've got an absolute shed load of top talent, guys. It's going to be amazing next season. Whatever happens, whether Messi comes or not. Yusri Rosidi, free Messi, absolutely, buddy. Mank, hey, brother, what you up to? Aubameyang selling a contract? Nah, Aubameyang will sign. I think Arteta's made some positive noises about Aubameyang staying. I think he'll stay. I can't see him leaving, to be honest, Mac, unless someone comes in with a ridiculous transfer offer and a ridiculous wages, and that's not going to be City. What about Koulibaly? The deal isn't done for Koulibaly. Obviously, there's a stumbling block. De Laurentiis will keep this going as long as he can, hoping that somebody else will come in. Apparently, Koulibaly's agent came out and said Man United are interested as well. That's not true, really, as far as I'm concerned. I think the mention of Man United was simply to try and force City's hand, maybe to pay more money. De Laurentiis, the Napoli owner, or chairman, he's holding out for more money. The rumours are he wants 80 million euros. City are offering 60 million euros. And talking to Maxi, the Italian journalist last night, there's a video. Maxi helped me with the Koulibaly video that was put out earlier on today. The feeling is that it's going to be somewhere in the middle. I've said all along, I reckon around 65 million, maybe with a little bit of money as extras for bonuses if we win certain trophies. So that's what I reckon. But obviously, De Laurentiis, he wants as much as he can. He's holding out as long as possible. And it might just mean, look, City might just get sick and tired and say, right, we're going after Diego Carlos, or we're going for Deo Upamecano instead. It might just happen. City say, we're not going to hang around and we're going to call you bluff. Because it is a game of poker. Do you think City could get a striker like Milik? Funny vids. Funny you should say that, funny vids. Milik was a name that was mentioned. I like him. I didn't know much about him. I look at his stats. His stats are very good. And from what Maxi said, Milik is an exciting player. He's okay, a little bit older than we'd probably go for, but he's got height. He's about 184, I think, 184, 186 tall. So he's going to, he's going to be good in the box as well. So he's a very interesting player. I don't think City will go for him, but he's someone worth looking at. Gibby's, if we were, for whatever reason, were to miss out on Messi, do you think City will go after another high-profile attacker? Gibby's, it's possible. And there's Lautaro Martinez. Barcelona was said to be interested in him, but they ain't got the cash by the looks of things. So it's going to be very interesting. And it may be that if we buy Messi, give them a bundle of money, and they can use that to go and buy Lautaro Martinez. If we were for, we need a left back. We ain't going to get Alphonso Davies. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way that Bayern Munich are going to let him go. Mr. Roll-up, centre back and left back needs Messi is a dream. Absolutely. Hi Darcy, hope you're well, buddy. On what kind of striker would you want to see? What kind of striker? I want a top striker. I want a guy who's young enough, who's got energy, yeah, who's got stamina, who's going to run a lot, who's going to do a lot of chasing, who's good in the air, good on the ground, knows where the goal is. Now, kind of a mix between Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. Gabby isn't great in the air. Sergio is, but he's a bit shorter. But Sergio knows where the goal is. He's got that. And that burst of pace. He's still got a bit of a burst of pace. Gabriel Jesus works extremely hard, works well off the ball, makes some good runs, gets offside a little bit too much. So I think that kind of a mix of the two. Is Koulibaly coming? No, we won't lose him to United straight. There's no chance of that, in my opinion. Hey. Did you say yes, Darcy? Well done, buddy. You can invite us all to the wedding, mate. Well, but congratulations. Hey, Sean, no worries. No one's ever late. You can always watch it again afterwards. Guys, if you're new to the channel, why don't you subscribe, guys? We've had an amazing run for a channel with the number of subscribers we've got 400 or 500 in the last month. It's incredible, guys. But I think hopefully that's a testament to the quality of the content. We've had expert journalists on, expert finance people on, big City fans on, people who know a lot of stuff. We spend a lot of time reading and watching and listening to stuff about City. We've had them on this channel and making their really good points. It's not really here for a drama, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to give you hopefully a good, accurate, as accurate as we can information. Beyond Ultra Game, how you doing, buddy? And Maxim Belozerov, how you doing, mate? I hope that we don't take too long to get. United won't sweep. United, no. One thing Beyond Ultra Gaming is United lost about. If there's no fans at grounds, okay, United are rumored to lose up to 120, 140 million pounds. That's their match day income. If they lose that, that's a huge wedge off their from their income. And that's going to affect what they can spend. Diego Carlos, very similar to Ottomanis' Blue Chand. There's a rumor that Cheeky's in Barcelona to do a deal for Diego Carlos. Don't know. Maybe they got bored with waiting for Koulibaly, but I believe Koulibaly wants to come. We want him. He's just getting that money right. Do you see City buying Haaland? Maybe no. The thing is, Nicholas, I've always had the problem with Haaland is he's his agent, and I don't think City want to deal with his agent, which is Mino Raiola. Look at some of Mino Raiola's latest clients. We've not dealt with them. Pogba, Mino Raiola. There was it Frankie de Jong, Mino Raiola, or was it Matistel? One of the two was Mino Raiola. We don't want to deal with him. What formation should have taken Werner? I'm not worried about that, Sheree. And Martinez is an exciting guy. Watch out. If I can edit the video, I'll have it out tomorrow. I'm really busy tomorrow. I've got a life as well. Do this channel for fun. But hopefully I can get that striker video out for you guys tomorrow. What formation will Pep use? Messi? I think he can play anywhere. He can play anywhere. I think he can play with KDB as an attacking midfielder. He can play as a false nine. He can play out on the right, cutting in. I'd love it. I said it before. I'd love him to be playing on the right, cutting in. Do you think PSG has a chance of signing Messi? It really depends. Look, if he's hell bent on leaving, okay, then he'll leave. But I don't think they can buy him. They'd have to do either some big selling or some swapping. Now, would Messi go to PSG if they swapped him for Neymar? I don't think so, because Neymar's his mate. If he was going to PSG, he'd want to play with Neymar. PSG have issues, obviously, as well, because of financial fair play. I just don't think they can afford it. Financially, cash-wise, yes, they can get the money, but financial fair play is a different kettle of fish. After Linsky, you're watching Man City Crystal Palace. Which game was that? The one at Palace, at Selhurst Park. I was there. City won 2-0. It was a great sunny day. Nice tunes from the DJ in the away end. That was really not in the away end, but in the concourse area outside. And that day, Pep played Rodri and Fernandinho as centre backs. Sean, everybody's giving congratulations to Darcy. Well done, buddy. Widget, how do you think the meeting went with Messi and Senior? Brilliant content. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. We don't know. I mean, the rumours are that each party is not going to budge. They don't want to budge. So how's it going to? Messi's false. Look, I mean, I'm tempted to say Messi can do what he likes. He's that good. He can do what he likes. Would you like? Well, absolutely. Since I saw him play against City, Husam Aouar has been a player Pep's commented on, and City fans, a lot of City fans like him. Messi to City, absolutely. Portmore, how you doing, buddy? Faris, hey, how you doing, mate? You don't know why I don't get any notifications. There's two tops. Well, it was supposed to be 30 minutes, Faris, but I'll stay a few minutes longer. There's two sorts of notifications. You got YouTube notifications and you got channel notifications, and apparently you have to hit both to make sure you get notified. Man City at home, it's 1-0 to Palace at half time. After Linskills, don't remind me of games we lost or drew. Some tough times. Let's see what we have got. I'm just going to check a couple of things, guys. I want to see who's in the house commenting and stuff. Let's have a look. So, hey, lots of people watching. Guys, give us a thumbs up, yeah? I'd like to think we deserve lots of thumbs up, guys. We've worked very hard to give you an absolute shed load of content today. You've had the video with Colin Savage, finance expert, that came out this morning. You've had the Koulibaly video that I did with Maxi, who's the Italian journalist. That came out today. You've had the Bolt from the Blue podcast, the audio for that's come out today, guys. And then this video as well. That's 4 lots of content. I'm not sure if I'll do another one later. I might if I get the chance. But the problem is I've got to go out, can see my kids, going to get some dinner, yada, 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 a few other things. And, I like to do it outside. I don't want to do it inside the room. It's nice and light and breezy. Guys, 22 likes. You guys are stars. Let's see what your questions are then. Creep, if Messi comes, where will Bernardo play? Bernardo, I even forgot to mention Bernardo as our attacking. Look at our attacking midfield options. KDB, Bernardo, Foden, Zinchenko, Gundogan. And there's somebody else I missed. And Messi. I mean, it is bonkers, guys. I mean, we've got so many, it's hard to remember who they all are. Mr. Lautaro Martinez will be nice Aguero replacement. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. He's got a reasonable record. He's only 23. He's got a lot of potential. Come on, you blue, says Sean. Absolutely, buddy. I hope they don't sell Bernardo Silva. I don't think they will. There was a rumor that come out a few days ago when the Messi thing came out that City were looking at Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus, and Riyad Mahrez as lightweights or mateweights in this deal. That was just, I think, journalists making stuff up. I believe very quickly City went to some trusted journalists that work with City and told them Bernardo's not been sold, Mahrez is not being sold, and Gabriel Jesus is not being sold. Certainly not all three of them. Absolutely no way. People just trying to say, how are you going to get to that release clause? Let's say Mahrez is worth 60 million and Bernardo's worth 100 million and Gabby's worth 80 million. That's about 250 million. And they're trying to work out how they could get up to that release clause. But it ain't. That release clause is never, ever going to be enacted. Do you think Thiago will go to Liverpool, Faris? Yes, I do. I don't think anybody else is going to come. He wants to go there. Liverpool have got to stump up the money. Liverpool are holding out for as long as they can because he wants to go to Liverpool, and that's it. So they're holding out for as long as they can. And Bayern are worried that he's got 1 year left on his contract. He's 29 years old. If they keep him for another year, he'll go for free next summer. So they really want him to go. And Liverpool, tight-fisted as ever. They're hoping to get him for maybe 25 million euros instead of 30. Just pay money, move on. That's how I look at life. Evening Blackpool Blu-ray, hope you well, buddy. Beyond Ultra Gaming, I'd put Bernardo next to KDB. Where does Messi play then? It's dreamland for City fans, says Widget. It'll be hard to get hold of ticket if Messi does rise. Well, it's going to be hard anyway because next season it's going to be restricted when people are allowed to go back. We're talking about maybe only 12 to 15,000 in the ground, so it's going to be virtually impossible to get tickets because of all the season card holders, I think, who want a ticket next season. City have 43,000 season card holders now. For argument's sake, say half of them say we're not going to come because of COVID, we're old, or whatever. You've still got about 20,000 season card holders, and if you've got 15,000 tickets, I don't think there's going to be anything spare. Mr. Bernardo was at his best out on the right wing, Messi at false nine all day long. What do you think that will happen to Cancelo? Will he stay benched, or will he end up at the left, or will he take Walker's? I think right next season, Faris, if we don't get another left back, if we don't get a David Alaba, then I think Cancelo plays left back. The season's going to be epic at City. Look, Maxi, the Italian journalist I spoke to last night, he said if we get Koulibaly, and if we get Messi, he said, pretty much might as well throw the white towel. Look, life in football is not as simple and straightforward as that, but it's going to make City better at the back and better up front. Amar wants a 4-2-3-1. I mean, that'll be a decent formation as well. Keeps a good defensive level, but a good attacking level as well. Sean would tell Riyad Mahrez, I'm not sure. I mean, he might not be happy if he thinks he's going to lose his place, but I don't think he'll go yet. I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to sell. And it might be we want to sell, but I don't think we need to. Beyond Ultra Game, I play Messi on the right wing. Has a meeting happened yet? Mr. Dark Dragon, I believe there was some sort of meeting, but I think the main thing I feel is going to happen tomorrow, so we'll just wait and see. Can you repeat your answer on Liverpool? You're freezing a lot. Sorry, Faris. I'm in the hotel, so I'm using their Wi-Fi. Thiago, 30 million euros. He's 29 years old. He's in the last year of his contract at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are pretty desperate to sell him because they don't want to get nothing for him. That's not the way they want to do business. Liverpool, they know Bayern Munich are desperate to sell. Thiago wants to go to Liverpool. He doesn't want to go anywhere else, So it's just, I think Liverpool are just holding out till Bayern Munich cave in and let him go for 25 million. And I've said, just pay the money, move on, get him in your side, get him integrated in your squad. I'm not in the West Indies, Brian. I'm in just outside Paris, buddy. I'm outside Paris at the moment. So I'm not going to say what's going on, man. No, I'm not even going to try. You have a citizens card, Sean. I think you'll struggle to get games. It's going to be on a ballot anyway. If Messi is finally in, says Fighting Llama, I hope this transfer will be a deal done. Will circulation of positions in front switching to Bruno and Messi? Look, I think a lot's going to happen. I think we're going to have a lot of players floating around. Messi will want to play with these players. Why would he sell? Look, you're right. Why would you sell Bernardo Silva, who, okay, he might have had a dip in form last season, but the season before he was awesome. Ben Mendy, I think his time's done. I think he's going to stay because nobody wants to pay a big amount of money for him as a transfer fee, and nobody wants to pay his wages. So I think City are stuck with him for next season. Faris says, if Cancelo goes to left, who should leave? Zinchenko or Mendy? And you don't think Angelino will get a chance? No. Angelino, I don't think he said anything. I think Angelino will go. Because he was third choice behind Zinchenko and Mendy, and Cancelo's first choice. So where does that leave Angelino? I think Angelino will go to Leipzig, maybe even to Barcelona, but Leipzig looks a likely bet. Hi, Javian Jr. How you doing, buddy? Mr. Dark Dragon, main meeting tomorrow. Got it. I had a feeling it wouldn't be today as his agent just got to Barcelona. Well, it's his dad. He flew in overnight. He's going to be, even in a private jet, you're going to be tired. Yeah, you might have a quick meeting or a coffee or something, but you're not going to sit down and have a full blast proper meeting. Faris, I read that Koeman is close to signing Wijnaldum. That could fund the Thiago deal. Unfortunately, do you think it fits their system? Thiago would work well. I've listened to Liverpool fans. What they're saying is, what they're hoping is that they have two defensive midfielders with Thiago in front. Yeah, as more of a playmaker or more creative than what they've got at the moment. So right now, Liverpool are relying on five attacking players. Salah, Firmino, Mane, Robertson, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, I didn't watch the Community Shield, but apparently Arsenal were stopping the supply from Trent and Robertson. Now, I think if teams can do that, if they can stop them guys going forward, that's a problem for Liverpool going forwards, because that's a lot of their attacking creativity. So I can understand why Thiago might be coming in, because he will offer another option. Sean quite likes Ben Mendy. The thing is, Ben Mendy, when he first came, he was awesome those first 2 seasons, but he was only awesome for about 6 or 7 games. Then he got injured. That's been his problem. Siren going on behind you. I'll tell you what. Last night I was doing a stream. Was I doing a stream, or I was doing an interview with the journalist. I had a helicopter flying over as well. It was absolutely crazy. And then we were on so long, it got dark out here. It's crazy, guys. Last couple of minutes. I think we've been on for 40 minutes. I tell you what, my computer's knackered because it's smacked about 80% of the battery in 40 minutes. That's not right. Mark Simpson and Jorgen meeting. Any news? Nope, no news. Our left back situation is a headache. Faris, is it really? Is left back causing us a problem for conceding goals? I thought most goals were coming through the middle. Who would you pick? If it was me, pick our left back right now. I say Cancelo. I have no problems with Cancelo. He's certainly better than Zinchenko. He's miles better going forward than Mendy for me. He's offering us dribbling ability. He cuts inside it, and if you can learn to shoot with his right foot, he'd offer a goal threat as well. But what he also does, he goes down wide, and he's got this ability to cut back inside the defender, leave him on his backside, cut inside, and look for a shorter pass on the ground. Whereas Mendy, generally, Mendy kind of puts early balls in. Beyond logic, I think Zinchenko could replace Gundogan in the midfield. I don't see players wanting to leave, especially if Messi's here. I've been a busy day, buddy. Busy day. Up since about probably around 4 o'clock this morning, or even before. Loads of tweets, and I've been editing videos today, because I did 3 interviews yesterday. So I've been editing them, edited 2 of them, and I put them out. So a lot of stuff, all for the channel. It's all free. Brody, opinion on KDB? Best midfielder in the world, almost. I mean, if you put Messi as a striker, then KDB is one of the best midfielders in the world. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's all right, buddy. Sean, look, you can't see it. Do you want to see it? Pretty blue skies, guys. Blue skies. What's not to love? Whether it's not too hot and it's not been too rainy. It's been all right. If Messi transfer deal with Man City happens this Fighting Llama, then can revenue and shirt sales hold Messi wage and club? Don't worry about the money, Fighting Llama. I've done loads of videos on the money side of things. Shirt sales don't make any difference to City. We'll get about 5% of the shirt sales. It's not anything worth worrying about. It's not a lot of money. We make a lot of our money, our profits, from selling players. We sold Leroy Sané. We've sold... and if we sell someone like Garcia, Angelino, we'll make a lot of profit. That's where this deal is going to be sorted out. You should head over to Barcelona and crash that meeting. Musa, look, I was very tempted to go to Lisbon for the Champions League just to be there, but you had to quarantine. So I thought, I wanted to drive. That was always my plan, because I had to be in Paris as well a few days later. So. And I had to bring my family. It was just very complicated. But once they said quarantine, I said, I can't do it. I can't go. Because I'd have had to quarantine in France, and I had some business to take care of in France, and I couldn't do that if I was quarantined. No worries, Brody. You take care, buddy. Will you be getting Messi EPL print or cup print? Mark, Mr. Dragon, I don't know what I'd get for Messi. I'd get a shirt, obviously. Probably would. I'm not sure what I'd get, because I don't really like the home shirt. I've got the away shirt already. Would I get the 3rd kit or a training kit or something with Messi and 10 on the back? Probably. Hey, cheers, John. Look, guys, it's your support. It's you guys coming on and engaging. That's what it's all about. Mane moving to Barca. Look, the thing is, if Barca come in for him, or and offer Liverpool 80 million, he'll want to go. Kuchinati, amazing channel, my friend. With Koulibaly and Messi, how many points do you think you'll finish up behind Liverpool? I tell you what, mate, if you're here, sort you out, buddy. Sort you out. Nah. I think it should be closer this season. I don't think Liverpool will get 99 points. And I don't think City will get 81. It'll be somewhere closer. Who knows who's going to be on top? When you think one of the Messi and Koulibaly deal will come, Faris, it's really hard to tell. De Laurentiis is holding out. So that's really tough to try and have an idea to get a handle on it. Messi won't happen quickly. I think they can start moving quickly. I think the personal terms isn't going to be a problem for either of them. Medical probably won't be a problem for either of them. It's just a matter of when they get the handshake, when they agree, the virtual handshake, when they agree on the price. I think it can move very quickly within 3 or 4 days. I know what it is. Thanks, John Malone. Beyond Ultra Gamer, I think Cancelo gives us more on the pitch than Mendy. He deserves to start. Yeah, I agree. Right, guys, I'm last minute because I'm on 4% battery. I'm about to disappear, guys. What are the jogging many scenes? I don't know, Rishi. Wash hands. Guys, that's me lot. I said 30 minutes. You guys kept me here for 45 minutes. You scoundrels. Guys, follow me on social media, guys. Follow me on Twitter. That's my Twitter account. Guys, you take care of yourselves. I might be later. I might not. Depends if there's any developments. And obviously, there's a whole bunch of people who want me, because they're used to me coming on about 3 hours later than I'm finishing this, about 4 hours later than I started the stream. They are used to me doing an evening stream, so I might be back later. We'll see what's going down, but I might try and take it easy. Don't worry about people who don't rate Messi just because he's coming to City. Guys, take it easy. Look after yourselves. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up. And go and watch the other videos. Some cracking videos out about how the finances work on these deals. Guys, take it easy. I'll catch you later.